Hello guys, Lupe Savage here. Lupe said into his phone, "Thank you for 16 subscribers. Happy holidays." He shut off the recording. He had no idea that tonight, the nightmare was coming back. Far above Earth, on a cold prison station floating in outer space, the Grinch sat in his metal cell, staring at the stars. He whispered, "I did nothing wrong. Lupe ruined everything. Santa, my town, my life. Tonight I get revenge." The Grinch searched his prison bed and found something hidden under the mattress, a hammer. He smashed the lock, the door burst open. Alarm screamed. Red alert, the Grinch has escaped. Astronaut police rushed in, shooting poison spray. The Grinch dodged, grabbed two guards, and smashed their heads into the wall. They dropped, dead. He sprinted through the station, found an emergency escape ship, and blasted off toward Earth. The Grinch was free. Matthew saw the news alert. The Grinch has escaped. Extremely dangerous. Matthew grabbed his keys and drove fast to Lupe's house. Lupe, now 21 years old, answered the door. "Matthew, what's wrong? The Grinch escaped prison. He's coming for all of us, Hayden, Brent, you." Lupe swallowed hard. "We need to leave. Grab Hayden and Brent. We have one chance. Go back to the North Pole. There's something the Grinch wants there. The time machine in his old cave." Everyone agreed. They ran to the spaceship. Tonight, the war restarted. The North Pole was silent. Santa's workshop was rotten and frozen. Santa's hat lay in the snow. Zombie bodies were buried under the ice. Lupe walked with his squad toward the Grinch's cave, but the Grinch had already reached Earth. He found Dave, one of the guards who knew the mission. "Where are they?" the Grinch growled. "I am not telling." The Grinch grabbed him and punched him again and again until Dave screamed. They went to the North Pole. Something about a time machine. The Grinch smiled coldly. "Thank you." He snapped Dave's neck. Lupe and his team walked across the frozen cliffs near the cave. Suddenly, "Lupe, look out." The Grinch sprinted out of nowhere at full speed. Lupe shot sideways. Matthew shoved Lupe out of the attack, and Matthew and the Grinch both fell off the cliff. Lupe looked down in horror. The Grinch climbed back up, but Matthew's body lay still in the snow below. "Matthew!" Lupe screamed. The Grinch wiped blood from his mouth. "You're next, Lupe." They ran inside the cave and locked the door behind them. Hayden held the door. "Find the time machine," he shouted. Lupe and Brent ran deeper inside, but it was too late. Boom. The Grinch smashed the door open and threw Hayden across the room. Hayden's body went cold. Another friend dead. The Grinch laughed. "It's just you and Brent now." Brent fired, but the Grinch grabbed him and slammed him into the wall. Lupe found the time machine glowing in the corner. "You're going back, Grinch, back before you ever made zombies." The Grinch roared. "You put me in prison. You ruined my life. I will ruin Christmas forever." Lupe tackled him toward the machine. They struggled. Lupe hit the button. The machine sucked the Grinch in. No. The Grinch vanished, but a candy cane pull shot out of the portal and struck Brent in the head. Lupe ran to him. Brent wasn't moving. Lupe fell to his knees, crying. All his friends were dead. Lupe used the time machine. He landed years earlier inside the Grinch's old cave when he was still young. Lupe saw onions on the table, the lab equipment, the old machines. The Grinch was younger here, smaller. Said Lupe tied him with rope before he could escape. The Grinch woke up. "Where am I? Who are you?" "My name is Lupe. I'm from the future. You created zombies. You destroyed Christmas. You killed my friends." The Grinch's eyes filled with tears. "I did that. I didn't mean. I was bullied my whole life. Kids cut my beard, made fun of me. I hated Christmas because no one loved me." Lupe sighed. "I understand, but you can't ruin Christmas. You can change." The Grinch looked at him, confused. "You care?" "Yeah," Lupe said softly. "A little." The Grinch smiled faintly. I love Christmas now." Lupe turned the time machine back on. "I have to fix the future." "Goodbye," the Grinch said. Lupe returned to the present and saw his friends Brent, Hayden, Matthew alive, standing in the snow.